Welcome to the Sandro channel. Make sure that you subscribe.
Hey folks, Sandro here with more cartoon news and shenanigans, and today I gotta give a quick shout out to one of my subscribers, The Very Sketchy Artist. Thank you so much for today's topic. And of course, as you guys can see in the background, we're gonna be talking about the news that Stranger Things is gonna be getting an animated series, which is obviously going to Netflix. So yeah, it makes perfect sense to me that this is happening, right? Even though the show hasn't actually finished, right? Stranger Things Season 5, it's actually going to be coming in 2025, which is about 2 years away, right? We're 2 years off. By the time this show finishes, like, these kids, they're going to be having, like, children by this point, right? Like, these kids are going to be so old by the time this show finishes. My God. But, it's finally getting to the conclusion. 2025, it's pretty close. And I could see Netflix being like, guys, this is one of the biggest shows that Netflix has ever had. There's been other big hits, I think, like Squid Game and, Orange is the New Black, maybe that House of Cards show. And when was Wednesday on Netflix? I think Wednesday was on Netflix too. That was a pretty great show too. So they've had a number of bangers, but when it comes to like their most popular title, I think it has to go to Stranger Things. Like, this is one of the ones that put like Netflix originals on the map, right? Like, people were like, oh, you know what? Netflix actually can make some decent stuff every now and again, instead of just buying all the other properties from like different other streaming services. They really showed the world with Stranger Things. They're capable of making some good stuff every now and again. Also, on the other hand, they they make absolute garbage, and they host movies like Cuties, which we shall never speak of. But yes, Netflix, it's a very mixed bag. It's, I noticed for sure that the company has definitely become very, left wing, very, pushing the agenda, pushing the propaganda. They're doing like, shows about drag races and drag queens and whatever the hell. Wait, drag racing, that's racing, right? No. Drag queens and all. They're doing some very, progressive and what you would call woke content for sure. I'm not a fan of that. Even in Stranger Things, if you look at like season 1 to season 2 to season 3, as the show went on, they eventually add in that like female character that's like she mentions at the end of the show there in season 3 that she's like a lesbian. And then it seems like they're gonna make Will gay, which like I didn't really want to see that sort of thing happen when we just got introduced to a lesbian character in the previous season, right? So it's like we have season 3, they focus on this like lesbian, girl who worked in the ice cream parlor, and then we're immediately cutting to Will, where it seems like he's, he's asking quite like, am I even into girls? And I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, I really didn't like how it started to get very progressive and all that. So yeah, there's definitely been some bad episodes, especially that episode where 11, I think it was in season 1 or season 2, where they try and have like a backdoor series. They try to do like a backdoor pilot for 11, right? She met up with some of the other numbers that had like psychic powers like her. And, they try to make they try to do like some weird like side series, and it just felt like completely out of nowhere. Like it did not click with the show. So I thought that was one of the worst episodes, in the whole show's history. Season 3 was very gimmicky with like all the, like, I just don't believe a bunch of kids defeated an entire Russian military base. I'm sorry. Like, what the hell is this? You're telling me like Russian grown men couldn't beat a handful of children. Okay, granted, one of them has superpowers, but like, come on. So yeah, like the show for me has been pretty good, but as the show's been going, I feel like every season it's getting worse and worse and worse. Like I think season 1 was like an all-time high. Season 2 was good, but I still like season 1 a lot better. Season 3 was like really getting ridiculous. Season 4, now it's getting crazy. I think I actually like season 4 a little bit more than season 3, honestly, just because I don't know, I felt like the action scenes were cooler in season 4. And season 3 was just really unbelievable. They did the whole like season in the mall, and Yeah, it was kind of lame. Yeah, I think season 4 was slightly better than season 3, but like I feel like the show's been mostly on like a controlled decline here. Hopefully they give us a huge season 5 finale. That's what I want. I want a big season 5 finale. Huge, big action scenes, big storytelling. Let's finish up here with a bang. So that's what I'm hoping for. And even though the show isn't done, we're getting an animated series. So let's read here. We're on, oh my God, what is this website? Teen Vogue, teenvogue.com. Have I ever been on this site? I don't know. But who wrote the article? I always like to give credit. Kara Nesvig. Okay, Kara Nesvig. She wrote this one just yesterday, actually, April 12th. And let's read what they have to say here. This is breaking news, right? Brand new news here. Get ready to enter the Upside Down in a completely different form. A new animated version of Stranger Things universe is officially in the works at Netflix. And again, it makes sense with all their shows on the... what do they have left other than Stranger Things? They've been canceling so many animated shows. Poor, what was that show? Cuphead. Cuphead got axed. Inside Job got axed. Just all of these different shows. There was some very fan favorite ones in there. Then there was some very shit ones like Tuca and Birdie. Well, that was a different. I think Tuca and Birdie got picked up by like Warner or whatever, or Adult Swim or something. But like, yeah, there's been some good ones. There's been some shitty ones here and there. But yeah, like what does Netflix have left in the terms of animation? Right? They've been going very hard on anime. It seems like Netflix has been going very hard on anime, but when it comes to like Western cartoons, they don't have a lot going for them that are like big known titles that would really get me to actually buy Netflix. So this makes a lot of sense. Stranger Things coming to an end in 2025. They want to keep this big brand alive. It makes sense. It's very smart. So as reported by Variety, the series is still in its very, very early stages. Yeah, this is the thing that's going to be weird, right? Because like I mentioned, by the time we get to 2025, these kids are going to be very old, right? Like I said, I think they're going to, by the time they finish, the actors in real life could be having children. Like, Jesus. So it's going to be weird to see, like, where would the animated show go from? Where would it go from? Are we just going to restart from the beginning and just do it animated? Or, are we going to finish off maybe the original kids? They have kids of their own and we get kind of like a transcending generational story, right? So like all the main kids, they have their own, except for Will, who might be gay, he's not going to get kids. But yeah, that's the idea. I'm assuming that's what they would go for. Like, are they just going to continue right after season 5? I don't know. But let's read here. As reported by Variety, so it's still in early stages. Not a lot is known at what's to come. Like, who's going to be the voice cast of the exact plot? Hopefully they bring back all the original actors, especially if it's in the same universe, right? However, original Stranger Things creators, the Duffer Brothers, is that Duffer? Yeah, Duffer Brothers, are set to executive produce the new show. So that's great. They have the original talent here, the original creators here coming back on board for this series. Great stuff. So the Duffer Brothers are set to executive produce the new show, and creative Eric Robles and Flying Bark Productions are also attached. Great stuff. What has been confirmed, okay, here we go. We actually get a little information, is that the animated series will be set within the same world as the original show. You guys told me this during my live stream, so I already knew about that. But that's cool. So there's no excuse why they can't bring back the original voice cast to reprise their role then. That just makes sense to do that. And now, again, I think it's going to be a generational thing, kind of like Naruto, the anime Naruto. We had like Naruto, and then we get like a sequel series called Boruto, which is his son, right? We get his son. So are we going to see that? Are we going to see a generational storytelling here? Or is this just going to be like right off the end of season 5, we're just going to go into a new story? Or no, because I was about to say it could be a multiverse, but they straight up said, no, it's going to be in the same universe. It's going to be in the same world as the original show. So where could they... I don't understand. The most logical thing to me is that they're going to do a generational thing, do a giant like 25-year time skip where all these kids have children, and then the Upside Down returns. The Demogorgons are they there's a sighting of a Demogorgon. All the kids are like, oh no, we're adults, we can't do it anymore. We gotta turn to our children, and they gotta be the stars of the cartoon. Something like that, right? That just makes sense to me. Like, I don't know, like, which character are they gonna follow? Like, if you're gonna follow a character in a cartoon, it has to be 11, because she's the only one with superpowers. So, like, it just, unless somebody else gets superpowers at the end of the show, I don't know. Season 5 could go crazy with it. Who knows? Maybe they all get superpowers. I don't know. maybe, yeah, that could be interesting. At the end of season 5, maybe like everybody in the town gets superpowers, kind of like The Flash. Did you guys see the later seasons of The Flash, like season 4 and 5 and whatever, where it's like, there was like the particle season 1, right? Season 1 is the particle accelerator, where like a bunch of people who are around the explosion of the particle accelerator, they all get powers and stuff. Weird stuff like that. And I think towards The Flash season 5, there was like another incident that was giving people powers too, with the Thinker. There was a situation like that, and then the Thinker would steal their powers. So yeah, I'd like to see something like that, where maybe like the whole town awakens superpowers, and then it makes for a very exciting cartoon where like every week we could go up against like a different villain, instead of always being, the Upside Down and the Demogorgons and whatever other monsters you got up your sleeve. That would be the most interesting way to end Stranger Things. That's what I'm hoping for. I hope for a big weird finale like that, where just a bunch of characters get powers or something. And or maybe we get a different ending where it's like at the end of the show, like a dimensional rift opens up, and like like instead of just one world, we get a whole like like a multiverse of different worlds. Like there's one world where there's like dinosaurs, maybe there's one world where there's like robots or something, and it's based in the future or something. We could get, it's Stranger Things. Stranger Things have happened, so let's hope for some wacky stuff like that. But yeah, the most logical thing to me is to do a time skip and just have the kids be the stars of the show. So here we go. It's going to be in the same universe, and just like the original series itself, the animated Stranger Things series will harken back to the 80s with a nostalgic inspiration and retro feel. So maybe they aren't going to be doing that if they're going to be having an 80 feel again. I don't understand how that's going to work. So how would they do a time skip if it's still going to feel like the 80s? I don't know. I have no clue. This is sounding weirder and weirder. The Stranger Things writers say, we are very excited about this. And there's a Variety article where I think it was first confirmed. We've always dreamed of an animated Stranger Things in the vein of Saturday morning cartoons. I grew up with Saturday morning cartoons also. I love them. So this is really cool, yeah. So they want to do something like this that they grew up loving, and and to see this dream realized has been absolutely thrilling, yeah. The Duffer Brothers shared in a statement, "We couldn't have been more blown away by what Eric Robles and his team have come up with. The scripts and the artwork are incredible, and we can't wait to share more with you. The adventure continues." Yes. So maybe it is just going to continue right after as soon as season 5 ends, they're just going to jump right into the cartoon. I don't know. Just thinking about how awesome the Demogorgon will look animated has already has us hyped. So they're getting hyped by thinking about what the Demogorgon could be, animated. Didn't The Simpsons like do a parody of it already? Like, I mean, can't you just see it like Simpsons Demogorgon? I'm sure Family Guy probably tried to. Yeah, I mean, there you go. You want to know what it looks like animated? I mean, The Simpsons beat you to it. It's that old South Park episode. The Simpsons did it. The Simpsons did it. Oh my God. Yeah, there you go. The Simpsons literally did. Oh God, what the hell's that? Oh boy. So yeah, there you go. If you ever wanted to see what Ned Flanders looks like as a Demogorgon, your fantasy has been fulfilled, folks. Now what the hell this is? I have no fucking clue. What is this? Sideshow Bob and goddamn, Mr. Burns are fused together. I have no clue what the hell they're going for there, but that looks weird as heck. Let's go back to our article here. Hold on. Let's close some tabs. Where the heck was this article? There we go. Stranger Things. So yeah, we know what it looks like animated, and but will our favorite characters return in the animated versions, or will a whole new crew of Hawkins kids star in the spin-off series? The answer is currently a big to be decided. So there you go. It could be the kids in the future. It could just be a different set of kids, because Hawkins could be a very big town. There could be other school. I live in a town. It's a very small town. And we have like 5 goddamn schools, like all in the same area. So there could be like different schools with different children that also were having wacky adventures the whole time, right? It's kind of like Phineas and Ferb and Milo Murphy, right? Milo Murphy and Phineas. It's like they're very close to each other. There's episodes where they cross over. There's episodes that reference past Phineas and Ferb episodes. And it's like they were in the same like area. It's just we never seen Milo Murphy up until that point. So we could get something like that where Phineas and Ferb and Milo Murphy are kind of just there, where it's like we get the different perspective and references to the original series. It's probably going to be something like that. I don't think they're going to continue on from where the old kids left off. I think we're either getting their children or a different set of kids. That's what I'm thinking. We've got quite a while to wait for Stranger Things Season 5, which allegedly won't hit the streaming service until 2025, like I said earlier in this video. But the Hawkins Universe just keeps on expanding. Another spin-off series, the one live action, that Finn Wolfhard correctly guessed the plot of, is currently in the works, as well as a stage play. So Netflix will not let Stranger Things go the wayside here. Okay, they are stage play. We're getting a live action. What is it? A movie? Some kind of like what is it? Another spin-off series that's going to be live action, and we're also getting a stage play titled Stranger Things: The First Shadow, which is set for its first performance in London's West End in November 2023. That's The First Shadow there. And it looks cool, but I'm not a fan of stage plays. I don't go see those. I'm more of a movie and cartoon type of guy. You guys know that. So yeah, I'm not a big playwright here, I don't care much for the stage play. While both of these new Stranger Things properties won't focus on the Hawkins kids, they are both rooted in the mythology of the original series. Okay, good stuff. And back in 2023, the stage play will be set in 1959 Hawkins, when it was just a regular town with regular worries. That sounds kind of boring. So it's just going to be Hawkins way back in the day when there's like not much going on. Seems kind of lame. Yeah. Young Jim Hopper's car won't start. Bob Newby's sister won't take his radio show seriously, and Joyce Milando just wants to graduate and get the hell out of town. Reads the stage play. This sounds really bad. This stage play does not sound good. What the hell? Okay, when the new student Henry Creel arrives, his family finds that a fresh start isn't so easy. Okay, so they're basically taking it from the perspective of the kid that basically started the Upside Down. Okay. It still seems pretty lame. I don't know. But that's the end of the article here. So we only have speculation to go off here. I'm thinking it's going to be their kids. That would be the safest bet to go. We get to see the original kids as they're older. And, of course, we get to see, who they ended up with and, what children they ended up having and whatever, right? So that just makes sense to me. We get to see the old characters. We get to see the new characters. It's Boruto. It's literally Boruto, That's my bet. I want to hear from you guys. Let me know down below. I want to hear all your thoughts on where they could go with this series, because they seem hell-bent on keeping the 80s theming here. So very interesting stuff. Let me know. Please let me know in the comments down below. Please like, please share, please subscribe. And why not watch an ad for your boy Sandro? Peace out, bye-bye, and have a great day, guys.